Okay, so we have this following circuit here. We have to solve for I/O for the circuit. So we know the current in these wires will all be 0. And we know the voltage here and the voltage here and it should be the same. So that means the voltage at this whole wire will be 8 volts. So we'll put 8 volts here. And we know the voltage here and the voltage here should be the same. So we'll put 8.01 volts here. Now, we know the voltage here and the voltage here should also be the same. So let's find a way to find the voltage at this region. And since we know the current passing through these two ports will also be 0, so that means the current here that's passing through here, let's call this I1, will be equal to the current passing through here. Okay, because since this is 0, we can practically ignore this portion. And let's call this I1 as well. So we can now solve for I1. It'll be 8.01 minus 0 all over the resistors. So 2,000 ohms plus 40,000 ohms. And this will be equal to I1. So it'll be 0.01 all over 20,000 plus 40,000. And that gives me 1.335 times 10 to the minus 4 amps. And now we can solve for the voltage at this point. It's just going to be 8.01 minus 20,000 ohms times 1.335 times 10 to the minus 4 amps. Okay? And this will give you your voltage here because as we move through this resistor, we get a voltage drop. And that's 5.34 volts. So if this region is 5.34, that means this region will also be 5.34. Now, we can find the current passing through here. Okay? So the current here will also be the same as the current here. So let's call this I2. But note, be careful, the current I2 is not equal to the current I0 because there is also a current passing through here as well. But this current is going to be pretty tricky to find. So, but pretty much I2 will not be equal to I0, okay? Unless this is 0. So we can actually solve for I2. So we know I2 is going to be passing from here to here and then from here to here. So I2 we can find if it's 8 minus 5.34. So 8 minus 5.34 all over 20,000 ohms, and this will be equal to I2. So I2 will be 1.33 times 10 to the minus 4. So that's going to be the current here, and that will also be the current here. And now we can find the voltage at this region. So let's call this voltage V1, okay? And so to find the voltage here, it's just going to be 5.34 minus V1 all over the resistance, which is 40,000. And this will be equal to I2. And I2, recall, it was 1.33 times 10 to the minus 4. So, so let's solve for V1. And you should get a value, V1, to be equal to 0.02 volts, okay? And now we can pretty much solve for I0. So I0 will be equal to 0.02 all over this resistance. So it'll be 1000. And that should give you 2 times 10 to the minus 5 amps. And this is your final answer.